Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your reading. This is a collective reading. I hope you all are doing well. We are out of the eclipse portal, heading towards the Tenton portal, and a lot has shifted as you can feel it, I'm sure. And the energy is definitely getting lighter, also very expansive, very expansive. There's something brand new. The air is crisp like autumn and also spring in some parts of the world. Yeah. So today I want to do a collective reading and let's ask spirit, what do we need to know? Yeah. Anything and everything that we need to know. So let's see. What does spirit want to talk about? Messages for my lovely starborns. What do we need to know about the shifts that we are feeling? X9 flare, that was the strongest solar flare of this cycle, the 25th solar cycle. The last one was 8 point something on 14th May of 2024, and this one surpasses that one. This one surpasses that one. So it's not just the flares. Oh, though, by the way, Ascension symptom is like really heightened right now. So yeah, you could be feeling extra sensitive to energy. You could be also getting weird flushes, hot flushes in your body, especially legs, lower part of your body. Okay, thighs, feet, legs, like, yeah. And you can also be sensitive to light and sound, very like you can get irritated very easily because of loud noises and stuff like that, and also could be running fever for less than 3 days. Okay, so whatever symptoms appear, they usually last for less than 3 days. Okay, if it exceeds 3 days, then you gotta get some help. But essentially, when you're on the spot, you understand what is an issue and what is a symptom, right? Okay, just as I'm saying that, my nose is running. All right, messages from spirit, collective messages for my lovely starborns. What do we need to know right now? Final. The mistake 21. What am I telling you? It's a shift. It's a total grounding of the transformation that we have been undergoing for past 6 months or so, 3 to 6 months. Yes, it's a big one. This one is a big shift. The kiss. The kiss. Also, many of you, like, you're receiving activations in various ways. Okay, be it dream word, be it your everyday reality. You are being led somewhere, so pay attention to where you are being led right now. Okay, something is unfolding for you. Many of you, I believe, you are in this space where a part of you feels liberated, a part of you feels free. Like, you can extend your wings and you can just stretch your back. You can just feel all the knots coming undone in your shoulders. So yeah, there is I'm hearing a reckoning. Okay, there's a reckoning that you're witnessing, and I think this is you in observer mode. This is you witnessing it. So it's not something that is related to you. This is around you that you are witnessing. Yeah, I'm seeing eyes here, and there's definite, of course, solar plexus activation here. It goes without saying, because I started this reading by talking about the solar flares, the strongest one, that day I did not check any news or whatever, like, but I got such a bad headache, and I rarely get those nowadays. Earlier it was like yeah, it was something else. Like, I would say growing up, a headache was something that I really, really struggled with. But then it got okay in my teen years, I suppose. Yes, it got okay by then. But after the awakening, there were some days that, yeah, I get these really bad headaches. So when it happens, it's like rare, and it really, really catches my attention. And yes, a few days ago, I got this real bad headache. And then later that evening, I found out that, okay, we were hit by the strongest flare of the cycle, and everything kind of made sense. Then I saw the human resonance, and yeah, light flowing in. So yeah, that is why symptoms, ascension symptoms, is like quick. It's quick, and it's something that you feel it in your bones, but then it dissipates just as swiftly. The energy is very swift. There's something about swift movement, and this is where the energy of green tara is coming in. So many of you are tapping into a certain part of your soul which is out and beyond your present culture, most likely. Okay, and it is perhaps coming from a culture that you are fully not aware of, or even not interested in this lifetime. Because for me, Buddhism was that one thing. It was like, I don't know, it just felt like something that I've been there, I've done that. Because I know that I've had a past life as a monk or something. So I was not really interested in this side of thing, and that is what is shifting for me. Because with all the crazy dreams and signs, I was led to green tara. And when she revealed her beauty to me, like in a full glory, when I got that revelation, everything made sense. All the dots connected, and kind of understood. Okay, because essentially I was also picking up on this shamanic energy. Okay, and yeah, like Tibetan Buddhism has shamanic aspects. But yeah, I also tapped into some indigenous aspects, especially Native American, and it did not make sense. I did not understand what it was, and then yeah, certain things happened, and I came to certain conclusions. So things like this could be happening for you, where a whole different world is opening up for you, a whole different gateway is opening up for you, something brand new is awakening within you, and it is unique. It is also somewhat of a cultural shock. Yeah, but the good kind, because it is opening your horizons, and it's like retrieval is at play, like codes uh, decoding, and you just, I don't know, once you let it unravel, the mystery unravel, you find yourself at home. Essentially, you find yourself at home. Okay, let's get more cards. There's a lot of mystery here, and I believe look at the cards, like everything will be revealed in due time. The change that is here to stay, the way you have transformed, you've transmuted so much, so much. Okay, that card really wanted to jump out. Oh, look at that, purification, the trout, and lily of the valley. Lily of the valley, that is such a fey energy. Fey energy. Fairy realm. Number 43. But I want to ask another question. This is a big for you guys. This is big. This is big for everyone who is on the ascension path, like consciously. Otherwise, yeah, by default, everyone else is technically on the same path. But it's about the timeline shifts and everything. But the thing is, intrinsically, we are all connected, so it's not that different. Look at that. Home. What was I telling you? Home. 30. The beaver and birch, and this card always gives me this energy of four of wands. Home. Wow, this is coming back home. This is exactly what I was talking about. One more. Mhm. Also, this is the word energy, upheaval, the vulture, and asphodel, 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 asphodel. Yeah, kind of looks like. Oh yeah, it is a vulture. Why was I saying? Kind of looks like vulture, but yeah, it's like again a white flower, a white flower. I want to read about that because that is something that is emerging around you, starting over. Look at that. And that's the white snake. It's exactly the energy that I was picking up on, this starting over energy. Let's see. Okay. Anima Monday. Wow. The box showed itself, and so many other cards are here. But no, the comic. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, like the Heoka energy. Okay. Also, the Heruka energy in Tibetan Buddhism. Heruka, Heoka, and they kind of sound similar, don't they? But yeah, it's like I don't exactly know, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But essentially, I was led to this inner knowing. It's not a fact or anything, so don't quote me. It's just an inner knowing that these two words are connected, and essentially the energy is somewhat similar. So there is overlap, okay, overlap in cultures which are words apart. Cultures are just so very different from each other, but essentially there is something with the core signature of it being the same. Okay, and then again it takes me back to that energy where we are all connected. And we like to talk about it quite a lot, that how everything is connected, and we like to talk about unity consciousness, but this shift is all about realizing that unity consciousness, living that unity consciousness, implementing that unity consciousness. It's that. Again, I'm getting the Tara energy, but Tara basically means star in Hindi. Tara means star in Hindi, okay? So, in a way, when you look into the aspect of this divine mother, she's the mother of all the Buddhas, the compassionate one, the most merciful. And it's just, I cannot explain. I'm still letting it all unravel for me. And I would love it for you guys to tell me what is unraveling for you, but because I know it's different for each one of you. And again, this is not about you being any different from whatever is unraveling for you. So don't fall for that cultural appropriation and you need to kind of disengage because it's not your story in this lifetime and all of that. No, don't fall for that. If something is emerging for you, you need to do your research. You need to let it unfold for you because there's something deeper that is at play here. Okay, and especially if you are not part of a particular culture and whatever, and a deity shows up, then the deity is making that contact. You're being contacted. And in the wider scheme of things, these supernatural energies, these beautiful God source energies, they do not care for, you know, human weird okay, weird laws, okay? Lies. I was about to say lies, weird lies. Because these are, yeah, it's kind of like, to keep everyone disconnected from certain parts of themselves. So this is bigger. Whatever is unfolding here, this is bigger. Look into it. There's a story there, and in Simple terms, you can think of it as past life energy. Okay, but essentially, what is past life? It's all happening right now. And there's something about understanding that how your present human life is affected by what is going on in other realities of your soul, because your soul is just not here, it's in other places too, right? Many of you, especially if you're starborn, then yes, you cast a wider net. Your soul casts a wider net. Okay, and I think this is being made very clear to you. Yeah, so I was talking about green tar because the Anima Mundi card, and this is the God card, the God essence. This is also, it's like anything and everything beyond. Emanations are mirroring, so you're connecting with different emanations of your soul. Okay, you're kind of like entering this space. I can call it liminal, but it is something else. It's numinous. Numinous is coming in. I don't know what that's about, which is reminding me of new might. New might could be very helpful for you. But yes, this is like, yeah, this is giving me new might. And this card is, oh, okay, so this eye here, it is from the unseen card. So the unseen is becoming visible. This is what is emerging. Okay, there's something about this God source energy that you are understanding very differently, and it's like everything's kind of making sense and leaving behind certain energetic patterns and behavioral patterns and a way of life is just the thing that is up for many of you, and this is happening at a very intrinsic level. It's like the kind of stuff that you're letting go of, that you're leaving behind, especially with purification being a very first card. I'll read about it. But yes, this is a big shift. And I know we talk a lot about shifts and everything, but this is massive because I'm doing this reading after the eclipse. So believe in that inner knowing, believe in what that is emerging for you. Nothing is same. Nothing is the same. Nothing is. Everything has changed. That's what I'm hearing. Everything has changed, and honestly, like I got this energy that this is truly an end of an era. It's like era. I the way I said it. Or what is that about? Okay. Your throat chakra is definitely expanding, solar to throat to heart. Yeah, the three centers ignited. Okay, why? Okay, all right, you're ready. Look at that, the sustainer. Again, it's reminding me of new might. Okay, big things are happening for you guys. Look at that, the mother, and this is the energy. This is the energy of that divine mother making her presence known. Like she's reclaiming her power at a higher level somewhere beyond this dimension, and the ripple effect is affecting all of us. Okay, and the mother energy is very strong, divine mother energy. Now this can show up in any way. I've been talking about green tara, so green tara is definitely this mother energy, divine mother energy. It's, you can understand her in her different forms. It's basically all the goddess energy, just like Oseth, Isis, right? Just like Mother Sophia, just like all the aspects of Shakti itself. It's everything. In whatever culture you want to understand, it's the copper woman. Yeah, from the book that came to me recently. So I don't know much about the native myths, but I do know there's this creatrix mother, even in the native cultures, indigenous cultures. Okay, and especially I'm talking about the Americas. So yes, the copper mother, the copper woman, creatrix mother. So, and the snake also is reminding me of Tiamat. It's reminding me of The dark mother aspects. Seeing the serpent here as well. Let's read about purification, which is number 43. So again, that empress energy is there. 43. Both the trout and the lily of the valley symbolize return and restoration, and that's exactly what is up here. A river or lake teeming with trout indicates a balanced and healthy ecosystem. Conservation efforts at rewilding streams often focus on reintroducing trout to their native habitats. Once rivers have been decontaminated and barriers such as dams removed. I'm seeing that dam energy here, and that is what I'm seeing. This is you going back home because, and even with the dam, built by these beavers, it's like, look at it. Yeah, it gives me Four of Wands energy, but it's also like an embankment coming off, like also almost like this energy of entrapment being released from your energy field. So now again, that is why you're able to, like, expand your wings. You can just like fly. You can fly. You're not only just like picking up on this shift energetically. Now you're feeling it. You're living it. It's here. It's here to stay. It's yours. I definitely pick up on liberation of the soul itself. And I'm doing this, so I don't know. Is this a mudra? Mudras are important. I got this mudra around this time, and this could be important. It's like you do this, and how do I show you? And you do this, and then you keep the right hand on top, and you touch this like that. Okay, create an infinity loop. And you meditate on it and see the visions that come to you. Record it. Do it for 3 days and see what is coming to you. Because again, this is about connecting with the other parts of your soul. The 4 points. It's all coming back. It's coming back together. This is a next level of consciousness shift that is at play here. See, I've been talking a lot about purge, right? And that's exactly what you have been undergoing. And it has served its purpose. It has shifted. So let's read about the Willy Wonka. Willy-nilly. Okay. Likewise, in the Victorian language of flowers, the lily of the valley communicates a return to happiness. I believe the lily of the valley showed up in one of my readings. I think it was one of the pick a card readings, and I did tell someone, like, if you pick that group, if you remember, let me know. You spent a lot of time addressing the issue, okay? Like initially, yes, escapism and all of that, but like essentially you got to a point where you're able to move past. You're able to let go, and maybe it was like a slow process, but that is why it is so very life changing and healing, because whatever is going out, it is making space for something much better. And essentially, the good thing is everything served a purpose. Okay. All right. So let's get some tarot now. And also, I want to read about the mystic. It is truly, truly beautiful, this energy. But I do feel like end of an era. That is the energy that I get. It's like everything has shifted. So yeah, the mystic is the light worker, right? And you've removed very dense darkness, like darkness that was hidden, that was really hiding from your own subconscious even. This is also because You guys are my light workers, right? If you're watching this, you are the light bringers. You are serving a purpose that is so much bigger than you are often given credit for. But that's not what you're here for. You're not here for the credit, because this realm cannot give you that credit. Your credit comes from above, God. Yeah, your credit comes from higher realms, okay? The ones who manage you. Yeah, you have a management team, by the way, okay? Mirroring, where's the HR? Yeah, somebody wants to. Okay, anyway. Anyway, the roles are also shifting. Okay, your light working role is also shifting, because essentially you guys have reached a point where you are not trying to make certain things work, where you have invested a lot of time and energy and all of that, and you're like, okay, it's done, and I'm just gonna be me, I'm just gonna do me, I'm just gonna follow that voice, I'm just gonna follow that whisper, I'm just gonna follow my inner compass, I'm gonna just do what I'm here to do, which is essentially coming back to love and spreading that love in whatever form. Okay, that is your job description. Love and compassion. It's all about coming back to love. Okay, no matter, again, it's like, many of you, of course, you're like transmuters. You transmute the collective pain. That is essentially your purpose. And in a way, all light workers share similar jobs, but it's like, again, there are like departments, transmuter department, grid worker department, healer department, this department, that department. It's kind of like that, but now it's like we are sort of branching out. Okay, we are becoming multidisciplinary. Yeah, it's that sort of energy. It's like now everybody's going to like do a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of, so that is what is happening at the collective level. So the segmentation is also dissolving. It's like now, because you have mastered your particular, yeah, light working, and I don't know how it works, but essentially if you're watching this, then you have reached a point where your skills are expanded. Yeah, it's like expansion. Just that's what I'm hearing. I want to get tarot, and my nose is so itchy. Okay, two, no, four of swords. Meditation is very, very important, and lately the information that you've been receiving in your meditations, life changing for many of you. Breakthroughs after breakthroughs after breakthroughs. So much healing, so much healing. But yeah, let's start again, because I didn't even ask the question. Okay. Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands. And the Hierophant. That is that energy of transmutation, with the air and the fire element being there. And it's like you have the key. So transmutation came in for a reason, because, again, I'm telling you, the cycle that is ending here, yes, it's just, okay, so I'm getting this energy, but I have to kind of like, make it known that this is not your everyday message where I'm telling you, okay, you're breaking through this cycle now. No, you're breaking through that cycle now. No, this is really, really big. Where you were serving Mother Gaia, yes. Okay, you had personal karma, yes. You were dealing with transpersonal karma, yes. Multiple things, multiple levels, all of that, yeah. But right now, what is happening is, and yes, you were also being tested. You were also undergoing spiritual tests. Yeah, because the power that is here, it is big. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, look at your cards. It's big. Anyway, so what is up here, and it's hidden. It's still hidden from you, okay? But you have an inkling. You know what is up. So for this kind of power, you'll be checked, and you have been checked, okay? And with this kind of spiritual power, it comes a lot of responsibility. Some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this message, but some of you feel like, uh, I don't know, you failed, but I don't think so. You did. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is a different kind of life opening for you. Okay, where the things that you have to worry about, you don't have to worry about it anymore. The things that you've dealt with, even though it was traumatic and everything, but it was not like, it did not leave a dent in your soul, if it makes sense. Okay, and even if it did, many of you have been successful at retrieving fragmented parts of your being, of your soul. Okay, like there's something very wholesome here. You've become whole. Okay, you're home, you're safe, you're protected, spiritually protected. Mm-mm. And you have passed that test. Yes, you have. Even though if you feel like you haven't, because maybe some of you, you're undergoing it, and this card is peeping out. Look at that dragonfly. Balance. Yeah, so maybe you're still under that balancing energy. Yeah, devotion. You're devoted to it. So anyway, it's happening for you. Okay. But others, yeah, it's already in motion. It's already here. Like uh, you are the one. You're the one. Okay, let's see. The Chariot and Three of Swords. This is what you're overcoming. Wow, look at that. This is what is being purified. Your heartbreak is being purified. The Chariot, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Any of you, I think you worry about your finances, your money, and all of that. But big shifts are happening when it comes to your money. Because again, yes, you guys, you have a job, and a management is up there, and you will be paid. You will be paid. Okay, that's it. Home. Adjustment. Yeah, look at that. High priestess. Justice. The scales are being balanced here. Believe it or not, it's already in motion. Yeah, look at that. The fool right after the high priestess. All the unfairness. Not that you're personalizing it, if you can relate to this message, but essentially because we are having a human experience, so it's absolutely normal to personalize a little bit when you're hurt deeply, right? But right now, the mystic that you're turning into, after dealing with the Ten of Swords and everything, and being on still being on the higher ground, with the Seven of Wands there, still being the one who's able to maintain their spiritual standing, even though a lot was sent your way to kind of like, get you off of your high horse. And I don't know what this high horse is about, because essentially you're not on any high horse. Okay, this is more so egoic in nature. Maybe you're perceived that way, maybe others perceive you as egoic and they want to humble you and everything, but I don't think so. There is any spiritual ego here at all. And even if that was the case, it's not anymore, especially with purification. Because, yes, because your soul is so very expanded anyway, okay? That when you come here, it kind of leads to a certain kind of heartbreak, which I cannot really pinpoint, but it is more so connected to the fragmentation that you have to endure in order to be born as a human, especially being who you are. So your pain is not just about what you have dealt with here on earth with other people and all of that, you know. It's like a certain kind of like, I don't know, there was some sort of like a soul wound, and that has healed. And I believe this is something again put in place to check check our spiritual ego. Yeah. So the test that I talk about, right? The special test, especially if you relate to being a light worker, if you know you are one, and that this is definitely your message. This is the light worker message. I'm going to like, yeah, because I did a collective reading and I got the light worker card, so that's big, right? So, and you guys, yeah, you're light bringers. Lucy, Lucy. Okay, okay, okay. And now let's see. So, what about the upheaval that is visible right now? I think there's a lot of it around you, but you're still in peace. Look at that. You are in peace. Abundance. Again, I'm getting that message that when it looks like everything is falling apart for most people around you, especially, I don't know how to explain this energy, it's difficult to pinpoint, but it's like something massive is at play for the light workers. And this is connected to the age of light, this is connected to the transition. We're at the gate. We're at the gate, right? Especially with Pluto being in the final degrees of Capricorn. Okay, now my whole face is itching. There's a great riddle that is unfolding for you. Dance with the universe, dance with your guides, dance with the forces that are rising up to meet you, also descending to meet you, ascending and descending to meet you from every direction. A lot of energy is coming in this reading. That is why it's very difficult to like continue. But I'm going to just pull cards for the next two, and we're gonna wrap it up. But yeah, my whole face is itchy, and I think that has to do with the Kundalini serpent. But yeah, what I see here is the inner flame is lit, just like in the butterfly. The inner flame is lit. Also, I get this energy of the chaos, the upheaval is also activating you in one way or the other. Kind of makes sense, you know, because with the solar flare energy, that the strong flares that are hitting us, it's probably going to lead to more aurora activity. But yeah, it is the chaos light codes coming in, right? So it creates a certain kind of chaos. Again, I'm getting a hot flush in my right thigh. Yeah, there's a lot of activity happening in your back, especially upper back. Yeah, I'm hearing C3 to C6. Okay, let's see. But yeah, creativity is heightened. Okay, each one of you, you are again receiving your particular assignments during this time, and something is unfolding for you. You're being led somewhere, you're being asked to do this, do that, listen to that. It's very important. It's very important to connect with the guides. It's very important to meditate. It's very important to keep it moving. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician, double Virgo energy. Yeah, like again, I'm getting the swift activity, like increase in activity in your everyday daily life, increase in um, structuring of the day. Like you have to kind of like divide your day accordingly, give time to this and that. Like you have a lot going on. That is what I'm picking up on. You have a lot to do, basically, a lot to do. So yeah, lean into it. What about the sustainer? Again, pentacles, look at that. Ending the reading with the universe started with the word. So it's like the double word energy. And are you seeing all this Virgo energy? Oh my god. Page of Pentacles and the Hermit, like earth energy. Earth. Opportunities arising, but the opportunities are coming from within. So the messages that are coming in for you, it's very personal. It's very much the result of the light, the soul light that you paid attention to, the soul light that you listen to in the hermit mode. And like when you went within, everything kind of like you met yourself, everything unfolded for you, everything kind of like erupted. I'm hearing everything erupted, and it's like everything is, if it's not making sense right now, and if this reading is not making sense, don't worry, it's going to make sense in the long run. Okay, this could be like an ongoing energy for you, and you're yet to kind of like hit that point of realization, but it's happening anyway. For many of you, this has already happened. Like there's something about pearls. You could have received a pearl recently, you could have bought something, a pearl around you, keeping a pearl around you. Yeah, it's nice. The ring, maybe you have a pearl ring, wear it. Yeah, the divine mother energy, the divine feminine energy, and also the lunar energy has shifted drastically during this year. Okay, so the year of the dragon was a very purifying year for the lunar forces. So, you know, earlier, I don't know if you've been, I don't know how long you've been with me, but if you've been with me for a few months or so, you must have heard me talk about lunar energy being weird. Like, it used to take me out initially. Last year, especially, I, I don't know. It was just something was like weird about it. Something was dark about it. Something was unnatural about it. It was almost like as if it was hijacked or something. And then this year, yeah, right after like I think it was Feb or something. I don't know, around that time, around the Chinese New Year, perhaps. I'm not so sure, but yeah, around that time, something shifted. Uh, yeah, the first full moon, I think, the first full moon of the year, something shifted around that time with the lunar forces again. I'm a projector in human design, so I receive information from everything that is alive and also non-living, because I believe whatever we term as non-living, even those things are not non-living. They are very much living, but in a different way. Like the consciousness is a bit like on the low. It's kind of like tuned out. It's not on the low, it's tuned out. That's how I understand. But yeah, I do get a lot of messages from the natural world. And I think that is the energy that is very strong for you. Okay, also, many of you have become very comfortable in your human body. Okay, earlier that wasn't the case. Okay, and I think this year of the dragon has been very helpful. So now I'm being taken to the snake year, which is 2025, year of the snake, and I'm seeing three snakes right here in alignment, and you could be seeing two to two. But the alignment is significant because it's almost like, yes, you have shed your old skin and all of that, you have, and there's something very very different about the upcoming years. Okay, especially 2025 is going to be very different in a very different way. Okay, so like the year of the dragon, I mean, it turned out to be deeply, deeply transformative. It's like you guys have no idea the baggage that you've released, the karmic release that has taken place around this time at the collective level, and all the purple sheep and all the blue sheep and all the green sheep and all the red sheep, all you weird ones, weird ones, yeah, like the ones, my indigo lovelies, my indigo babies, be type 1, type 2, type 3, all of you have shifted so deeply, and I know you are in tune and I know you can feel it. So it's time to celebrate. It's time to live the shift. Because, of course, there's no other way. I mean, you are going to live the shift, okay? Yes. And this has been a slow process. This has been a very, like, okay, so I don't know how to explain this, but this required work. This required dedication. This required deep understanding. This required to, like, you are this spiritual body. You are, and you are somewhat of, like, I wouldn't say know it all, but you know a lot. This is like your soul signature. But even in all that, like, there's something about you which is very open to new information. So you're like, you had this student like quality. Okay, so you maintained that and you kept learning, and more so about yourself, about your own soul. Like, you're understanding the game unlike ever before. Okay, and that is making all the difference. And I just realized, so we have the universe, which is the word card in this deck, then we have the mystic there, then we also have the, which is the word card in that deck. And then we have Anima Mundi, which is the final card in the deck. So I think the word energy, and again, this is multidimensional because you're tapping into your multidimensional aspects, right? So what I'm getting, a big message here is many of you, the Ten of Swords here is more so about closing really, really tough cycles in multiple dimensions. So it's like in multiple dimensions, you've reached a point where it won't be affected. Your earth life, your yeah, your incarnation here is not going to be affected by what is going on in a negative way, because some of you, if you felt like you've been stagnant or whatever, it was because you're wrapping up some tough energies in other dimensions, which was sort of seeping into this life. And it it yeah, I don't know if you can believe it, but it had nothing to do with this life. I don't know how that works, but that is why you put on, I don't know, there was this energy of delays. Perhaps you thought that there are blockages, too much blockages, but no, it was something else, and it is not insidious or anything. It was just like that's how it was supposed to be. And right now, the shift that is coming in for you, which you're already living, by the way, it has made you stronger in ways that you never imagined. Perhaps this is kind of surprising, the kind of person that you've become. So this is, and especially with the Anima Mundi, it's like the more you pay attention to tiny details, all the little dots, the holy breadcrumbs, okay, the more you partake, the more you tune in. Again, that is why the projector energy came in. Many of you could be projectors, because yes, projector energy is essentially the newest energy type here on Earth. I mean, it is connected to the Plutonian cycles, by the way. So yeah, it's just like 250 years old or something. But yeah, projectors are essentially the guides and the energy guides. Okay, so yeah, there are like different authorities. I think three authorities in projector type. But personally, I'm a mental projector, and I'm getting a mild headache now. But yes, you guys could be deeply affected by ascension symptoms and all of that. So take care of your human body right now. It's very important to take care of your human body. And there is something about you that you are reaching a point of accepting all, rejecting none. Okay, because I don't know, you have transcended base emotions. You've transcended a lot of anger. That's the energy that I'm getting. You transcended very, very dense emotions. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is a connective fiber that makes life meaningful. So this card basically indicates, and this has been a slow burn, like a slow initiation. It has been a process. You've been taken care of in one way or the other. But now, even that is up leveling. Because what comes out of the hermit? The wheel of fortune, yeah? And what happens here in the hermit zone decides what happens with the wheel, whether it's going to turn in your favor or not. That is why I get this energy is very make it or break it. Okay? And you're definitely making it, especially with the sustainer there. Because again, I'm getting that energy. You listen to the soul light, the inner compass, the inner guidance, the God light within you. Even in the darkest of times, you maintained faith, even though sometimes maybe you lost faith for a while, but then you always came back to it because again, your soul knows something bigger. You know something bigger, you know. So yeah, it's giving ego death, multiple ego deaths. But essentially, if you understand the nature of this part, you know that it is so important to undergo ego deaths because, God forbid, if you get into that energy of walking in spiritual ego, then you essentially stop being a learner, right? You stop being a learner, and that's a slippery slope. So this card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. Wow. So you will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Yeah, an important an important note. You are, I'm telling you guys, you are very much connected to the mother creatrix energy. She loves you. She loves you. That is why Green Tara came in. I did share a post, community post, and that's her mantra. So if you're called to it, listen to it. Also, like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to talk about her. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. I was actually going to tell you about a song that came to me. It's connected to her. It's called 21 Praises of Green Tara. I'll link it. Actually, I'll link it, because I think you guys, many of you like it. And it's about like just listening, hearing, and if it clicks, it clicks for you. Okay, there's something about that. It's very activating. Personally, it was very activating for me. So yeah, that's all I'm saying here. And what else? Okay, Spirit is asking me to get you some crystals. Yeah, Numite came in earlier. Kind of looks like Numite, but it's Tectite. Okay, raise your vibration. Tectite describes any natural glass formed as the result of meteor impact. So listen, tectites are important for you, and this is a message for my light workers. And I always tell you guys, tectites are just a thing for you. So when I say tectite, it could be moldavite, it could be Libyan desert glass, it could be Tibetan tectite. But this is mostly giving me the energy of Tibetan tectite because with the Numite energy, the black crystal, especially with green tar, because Tibetan Buddhism theme is kind of strong. And some of you, you're very much connected to the Access Monday. The like there is okay. So yeah, in simple terms, again, this is like past life energy coming in. So you're very much connected to Shambhala. Yeah, children of Shambhala. And maybe it's surprising because it is for me personally. It doesn't have to be for you. Maybe you have always known this, but yeah, then in that case, it's a confirmation. But yeah, the Great Mother is here, and it's a very creative life force that is rising within you actually, and you feel a level of heightened protection. You feel very safe and secure in whatever is unfolding for you, no matter what is going on around you. And I know it sounds a bit weird, but it is what it is. Okay. And again, this is reminding me of Green Tara. I mean, she can come in many other forms. She has Green Tara is like, Green Tara is a very compassionate form, yes, but the way the divine feminine energy shows up again, it this has to do with your personal karmas and your personal, you know where you have been in your other lives and all of that, and also where you are at in other dimensions, so it's going to be different for each one of you. But the way the divine feminine energy shows up, it's very mystical, it's very mythical, it's very, again, fey like, that fairy energy. And it's very subjective, very personal. But yeah, she's the source. So yeah, use tactites, very activating, very protective, very much the thing that every light worker should carry, especially if you're going out in public and all that. Carry it in your pocket. If you don't want to wear jewelry or whatever, just carry it. Keep a pocket stone. Carry it with you. Okay. But yeah, definitely Tibetan tactile because it is sort of like this, and it looks black, but in natural light, you can see this brownish color to it, which is so crazy because, and I think about tactiles, it's like the three most famous of them all, they basically are of the color of the very landform they're from, right? The one formed from the sand is yellow. The one formed from the mountains is blackish brownish, and the one formed from the forests, the trees, the plants, it's green. So there's something about it. The colors, the three colors, and what do they represent? So yellow is the solar plexus, green is the heart chakra. But then essentially, these colors are not, what do you say? They're not exactly signature colors of the chakras. It's just something that is connected to the Vibgya or energy of the rainbow and all of that, the rainbow bridge. And it's more so of it's symbolic in nature, I believe. But yeah, essentially, the chakras, it depends on the viewer, how they perceive the colors. It's different for everyone. And also the emanations, whoever we are witnessing, observing, the personal field is also different. It's attuned to different colors, but it kind of makes sense this way because I think it has something to do with universal principles of things. So we have kind of like, understood that, okay, chakra system follows the Vibgyor color theme because that is what it is, but it doesn't have to be. But since we follow and something is attuned within a consciousness, then it kind of becomes a thing. That's how laws are formed. Okay, not the universal laws, but like essentially moral laws and the ethical and the hidden laws and all of that. I don't know where I'm going with this because I was about to close the reading, but then just yapping. What was I gonna say? And there is something else here. What is this? Kind of looks similar. Hematite, aligned to your wholeness, and that is what is up here. This is a metallic charcoal color. Greek word for blood, like blood. It's full of iron, and like blood, hematite moves the good to where you need it and takes the bad away from where you don't. That's exactly what is up here. And who's underneath? Larimar. I did a reading and this crystal came out, so there could be a message in that one for you. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing. And I was about to say something else, but I'm not gonna because yeah. I hope you all are doing very well and take care of yourself. And yeah, just tune in. Tune in. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.